Up that trunk. Yo, what's going on? What y'all doing in there? What's up, everybody? It's been a minute. Yesterday, I ran into some old friends from elementary school, and they all hit me with the same question. Like, man, what you been up to? So I figured I'd just come walk with y'all, catch you up a little bit. Rather, y'all come walk with me so y'all could catch up a little bit. Yeah, so like I was saying, I like staying low-key a lot in life, and so this is a new channel, a new adventure, and a new challenge. Over the past little over a year, I've been working with a Fortune 100 company, and certainly some benefits with that, a couple of cons with it as well, but overall very happy with my position. It's helping me have skin in the game with the profession that I'm in, and that is food service. I'm a big food person. When I travel, I like to eat at great places that we may not have where I'm from or where I've grew up. And so I love to try different cultures, different types of cuisines, and meet the people there, the people that like it, the people that serve it, the people that cook it. All that is very fun for me, as y'all have seen on my channel previously, perhaps. So that stays on with the theme as well of traveling. I love traveling. 2024 was a year that I got to visit 8 different countries over the summer, and that was very fun for me as well. In 2 months, it was certainly a lot of moving around. I don't know that I'll do that again on that type of pace, but hey, maybe so. Last place I traveled to, and I didn't really get a lot of footage there. I mostly was enjoying myself, kind of trying to disconnect a little bit. Maybe I just wasn't in the creative space. But I got to go to Costa Rica for 2 weeks on the Caribbean side, Puerto Viejo. It was beautiful, the lifestyle there, and the food, man, the Caribbean cuisine, just amazing. Everywhere that we went was good. Black sand beaches, howler monkeys, the other kind of monkeys too, I forget what they're called, but it was really fun getting to see that side of the world. So that was my last different experience or vacation. Also, while I'm on Costa Rica, man, they could ball over there, for real. They had a court that around this time, well, maybe a little bit earlier because the sun goes down earlier there, but like after about 4:30 till about 6:30, maybe almost 7, there are pickup games there, and them guys can ball, man. There's different type of levels, experience levels, and ages, but I'll tell you, them dudes could ball right there in Costa Rica, Puerto Viejo. Shout out to them. Now, getting back to the video, I'm actually doing something that I don't normally do, which is trying to follow a script and keep my ideas clear as possible. All right, so the purpose of this video, right, is to bring y'all back up to speed with me, what I've been doing, what are some goals for the viewers, for you guys, what to expect. And that will be traveling, that will be this type of style of vlogs, various topics such as philosophy, finance, fitness, and entrepreneurship. Obviously, some of those things are some things that we are passionate about. I love sports as well, art, music, particularly books, literature. I love to talk about books here too, and just ideas, anti-fragility, to be specific. So let me go ahead and tie my shoe real quick. Beautiful houses there. I love that one in the middle. This video will not dive too much into philosophy, but I do want to share one idea from Seneca, one of my best immortal friends, and that is that no man can be free, no man can be happy without philosophy. So what that means is whether you are consciously refining and living in philosophy or not, it is happening. And the more that you are conscious about it, the more you refine it, the better reality, the better experience you get out of this experience here that we call reality and life. So being conscious of it definitely helps you, put you into a creator mode rather than just a spectator mode. Helps you respond instead of just react. So, not taking things personal. Some of these type of tools, some of these things that I've read and principles, agreements that I have in life has allowed me to be in this space right here to where I'm free to create, and I'm happy with the result. No matter what the result is, I'm just happy for the journey, for the Camino. And speaking of Camino, that was one of the greatest things I've ever done in my life. Here I've lived a little bit over a quarter of a century, and so far that was the biggest highlight, besides the accolades and degrees. This experience itself, doing the Camino, was just indescribably amazing, guys. Like, being in another country where you don't know anybody, and it's beautiful like Spain, beautiful like the Basque Country, the people there, the food, the views is just, man, it's magical. And being there with nobody, like I said, and all you have is a backpack with all your belongings, everything you're going to use for the next 2 months, waking up very early and just having nothing to do but walk, talk, and eat. That's the plan of the day. Stay hydrated, keep up with your belongings, hand wash your clothes. Even the clothes you wear has to be well thought out. You got to use the right materials so that your clothes can dry out and so that they don't stink, because it's hot in the summer. It's hot over there, and you're gonna be sweating, and you gotta take care of yourself. You don't want to be that stinky ass guy on the Camino either, but everybody smells on the Camino. So man, that was just such a great experience out there, guys. I challenge you all. I really encourage you all and recommend that every man and woman goes and does some stage of the Camino. 100 kilometers qualifies for a Compostela. You get recognized by the association there that you completed the Camino. And there's all kind of, spiritual and religious accomplishments that come with it, and recognition that comes with it. So check it out yourself, plan it, go do it. You will love it. You will be so happy with yourself. For me, I thought it was impossible, honestly, for a human being to walk, for example, from Alabama to Texas. How many kilometers is that? That's probably about 800 to 1,000 kilometers. And myself walking from Biarritz to Compostela, Santiago de Compostela, Santiago, Spain, and then continuing on to Finisterre. I mean, that was something that I didn't think was possible, and once you do that physical, mental, spiritual journey, like you change as a person, and you have a whole different perspective as a person. And so that was just like the most priceless experience I could ever do, and it really wasn't that expensive, to be honest. Like, most people blow more money than that, maybe in a weekend or in a week in somewhere else, like, I don't know, Las Vegas or California or something like that, or even just going to a beach in the South. $5,000 is what I spent in 2 months. And like I said, best experience of my life. That was me living like a king, having coffee, breakfast, having lunch, beer, having dinner, wine, every day. I mean, every day, seriously. So going to museums, everything like that, staying in nice places, when I could, staying from hostels to albergues to I think a 3-star hotel is what I did one night, maybe 4-star is the best I did. But yeah, $5,000, and it's the best experience I think anybody could have, for real. You staying fit, you burning calories, and you're meeting people from all over the world are doing this journey. When I did the Camino, I met someone from Brazil first day. I met someone from Lithuania on the first day. I, of course, met people from the United States on the way. I met people from Morocco. I met people from France, England, Ireland. I met a guy from Japan. I met people from Italy. I mean, so many countries, man. I can't even name all the people that you meet over there, but everyone would ask me, like, man, you did that by yourself? Like you really went all the way over there by yourself? Or who do you know over there? Or who did you stay with? And it's like, nobody. Like, I didn't know anybody. I just went. And I would meet people all the time. Hello. Hola. And so that's just, you gotta sometimes do things. You gotta hop out the comfort zone sometimes, and you never know what you'll see on the other side, or what you'll learn from it. So besides that, it really changed my perspective. I did that after getting my bachelor's degree, and it helped me figure out what I really valued in life, and it helped me kind of have a plan for the next 2 or 3 years of exactly what I wanted to do. And now, almost 4 years later, I see things in a different perspective still, and I've learned more from that initial experience. And now what I want to do is share that with you all. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for walking with me, and thanks for having the curiosity and the courage to explore some of these topics, some of these things we're going to talk about, some of these experiences, and this journey. Life is the Camino. When you get finished with the Camino, when you get to Santiago, that's when the real Camino starts. That's when the life starts, man. Check it out. Friends that I saw yesterday asked me, man, what you been up to? So I would like to tell you guys you all, everybody that's present, I would like them to know what a day in the life of a Fortune 100 employee in Alabama with an MBA, what does their day look like, right? For me, I rise up 7 o'clock, get some sun in my eyes first thing, say a little gratitude, and open up my laptop, get it syncing. I go hydrate right away in the morning. So what I do, hydrate. I drink about 16 ounces of hibiscus water, basically agua de Jamaica. And what you do is you boil those leaves and you make yourself a concentrate of it, and then you do 3 or 4 parts of water with 1 part of concentrate hibiscus flower. And it's one of those things that is known as a vasodilator. So basically it helps your blood flow, and it has a good taste, very good taste, calming and nitric oxide boosting. So basically it gets me flowing for the day, gets me hydrated. And after that, I either go ahead and think about what I'm gonna have for breakfast, or I start planning out my day, regular stuff like brushing your teeth, planning out what I'm gonna wear during the day. And it's not so much for the fashion part, but more about the functionality, because I spent a lot of time on the Camino, and I also spent some years working at a tailor shop. So it's very important to how you're going to present yourself to the world, and how the materials that you're putting on your body are going to help regulate your temperature, your mood, and the way people perceive you. So that's important. Getting dressed in the morning. On my hair, I don't use any chemicals. All I use is coconut oil. That's how I groom myself during the day. Coconut oil. Put some on my skin as well. And then set out to work. My computer is already synced, and usually throughout the week, Monday through Friday, I change up the schedule a little bit. Monday usually looks like local work, so local restaurants, I see them, I consult with them, and we plan out their orders. We bring new ideas, we talk about challenges, and then we have some time to talk about life experiences or things like that. I like connecting with people from different backgrounds, different ages and stuff. It's very enlightening and important for me. So that's what Monday usually looks like. It's usually my busier day with orders. I take several phone calls. A lot of people like having their stuff delivered on Tuesday mornings. So as long as I get that order in by 4 o'clock, then they will have their stuff Tuesday morning. Usually 4 to 5. What's up, guys? What up? What's up?
Bronco, hurry up, bro.
4 o'clock is the cutoff. So if I'm lucky, I'll be done with work by 4. If I got more things to do or some more plans for the week, then I'll continue working till about 5 or 6 to make sure everything is kind of aligned for the upcoming week. Tuesday was normally my travel day. Would be traveling towards Birmingham, spending the day over there, seeing a bakery that I work with, seeing a seafood restaurant that I work with, seeing any prospects that may be of interest, and seeing some clients outside Well, they're inside the restaurant world, but we look at business as a whole. So that's what Tuesday looks like. Usually, sometimes I do stay around locally on Tuesday. It just depends on what the week looks like. Wednesday, we go to Blount County, Onyana to be specific, and I have 3 amazing clients there. We go see them, visit them, joke around a little bit, ask what we can do, what challenges they're having, and just talk like friends with 2 of them. And the 3rd one, we take the order in person, and we're also very good friends. We like to talk about different type of topics there, from the restaurant to the market to geopolitics, and even investing. And by the way, guys, I am not a financial advisor. I will not give anyone financial advice, but if if anyone's interested in those type of topics, we can certainly talk about it, and I can tell you what I do, and that would be it. You know, I can't really advise you on what you should do, but I could just show you what I do. You know what I mean? And that should be taken at its value. So Thursday is another travel day to Birmingham. We go down there, we visit some accounts, we visit the seafood account, we pick up our checks, we take several calls for orders, because Thursday is the second busiest day, maybe the first with Monday, because we take several orders for Friday delivery, and we pick up checks, and it's basically one of the last days to do things, which I like. So Friday's pretty much admin day. You want Friday to not be as busy, but you also use Friday as a launch pad for the week coming, in case you want any samples, turn in credit requests. You use Friday to make life easier, make life better for your week coming up. Saturday is my day off. Sunday is really the beginning of the week, because there's a couple accounts that I have that like their price sheets and want some things delivered on Monday to start off the week. And we also take a look at the market for the week. So that's the W2, how that looks, the professional job. And during the whole week, at least 5 to 6, sometimes 7 days a week, I come out here and I walk from minimum 2, really minimum 3, to about 5 or 6 miles every day. So the average would be about 4 miles a day, just walking, keeping pace. When I first started walking again, my pace was around 18 minutes, and I had to try to get to 17 minutes, and then I had to try to get to 16 minutes, and then I've been trying to get to 15 and a half. But right now my pace is pretty much, at this second, would be around 17 something. But when I'm not holding the camera and I'm just walking, I stay around 16 flat for miles. And yeah, like we talked about, walking is just better for your heart zone, less wear and tear on your ligaments, but still beneficial. For me, it helps me be creative. It lowers my anxiety, and it helps me sweat. It helps me get that energy and keep myself moving forward, you know, literally, figuratively, all that. So yeah, so that's what a day in the life looks like right now, for my W2 for a Fortune 100 company. It's pretty fun. It's not always the same. There's always surprises, and that's something that keeps things fun in my book. I like working like that. I like living like that. Yes, I have long-term goals and long-term visions and directions, but I like for every day to look a little different. I like pleasant surprises. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty good. I've been doing very well on my goals that the company set for me. that my district manager has set for me and that I have set for myself. I've done exceedingly well in the first full year, and so yeah, it's a nice park right here. I've actually never been to the park side over here in a while. Since it's been built like this, I haven't actually. Last time I was here, these parks were not like this, but I used to play ball here. Yep. Hello world. So besides the philosophy, I've also been applying some ideas, some heuristics, and strategies just in life. Some things I would like you guys to check out and I'd like to talk about in the future are barbell strategy, anti-fragility, and having skin in game, working on that, you know. But mostly in life, like I said, I've been pretty low-key with a lot of things. I keep a small circle, and I also work on deepening and strengthening my network. So those are some very important things to me. Having a very strong network, having a deep connection with the community and with people with different talents and different experiences that you may or may not have. And also been working on just being a better friend, especially with Seneca, his letters. It's been helping me see how I do some good things well, or some certain things well, and other things can be worked on. I hope that my audio is okay right now. I got some sweat going on, but I'm in a comfortable place, so I want to sit here. And other principles such as just not risking it all. Don't risk it all, even if the prospect is whatever. If you only have $10,000, don't risk all your money for $1 million. It may seem like a good call, but at the end of the day, you don't want to lose it all. So it wouldn't make sense. If you had 10,000 and it was risking 1,000 for 10,000, that's a pretty heavy risk, but that's only 10%. So you could risk 10% to win 100%. You know what I mean? But risking more than 25 or even 20% is pretty risky. It is not very sound statistically. So these are just some little heuristics that I follow in life. And it looks like Game 5 of the NBA Finals are coming up. It's been an incredible series. Shout out to Tall T, Trey Jemison, number 50, my guy. Keep doing your thing. But yeah, so like I was explaining earlier, I walk every day, at least 3 to 5 miles, and I try to keep a good strong pace, and it helps me. It helps me in various ways. Right now I'm actually no alcohol for a little while. I'm on week 4 of 13. No alcohol, no smoking. We're staying clear as possible right now, and yes, there's temptations all the time, and you just got to realize what's really important to you. It's not that these things are just inherently awful and no one should ever do them, but when you have a goal, it makes things a little bit more direct and more clear for what you want to accomplish. And besides that, listening to Charlie Munger's audiobook the other day, Poor Charlie's Almanac, he was saying that I forget who he borrowed the idea from or who kind of got him the idea, but basically his idea too is that anybody that's inhaling, injecting, inserting a chemical to feel different is kind of not a very smart thing to do. So you can change your state of being without chemicals. It takes work, but the work is worth it. And things that take a long time, building things right, doing things slowly and methodically tends to make it last longer. So creating a good foundation is key. That's part of another idea called the Lindy effect, which basically stemmed from the idea at this famous restaurant in New York. Some of the actors there, Broadway actors, would notice that the longer a show was being shown on Broadway, the longer it would stay on there. I know that sounds very simple, but basically, a new show that's debuting, or in a general case, a new idea doesn't really have much of a life expectancy. So if it's a new movie coming out tomorrow, we don't really know how long it's going to be out. Like, it's kind of living day by day. But if the new movie's been popping for a month, we can expect it to be popping for another month. So like, that's kind of also another thing that I like to take into account. Things that are already established and we know they work, such as wheels and walls. We know those things are going to be around forever. So that's something that I try to apply in life and in decision making right there. And so, yeah, so I just, want to talk about um, some of my habits, my mindset, and on this channel, and kind of open up a dialogue with people from around the world. Now there's translations, there's ways to listen to my videos in Spanish, Arabic, Chinese, Japanese. Shout out to people from all over the world: French, Italian, Portuguese, fala Portuguese. I don't really speak much, but I understand a little bit. So there's connections, man. When you understand Spanish, you can understand a little bit of Italian and a little bit of Portuguese, or maybe a lot actually of it. But yeah. So in closing, my life is about peace. It's about the journey. It's about discovery and being enough. So I like to keep it as low drama as possible. I keep drama away from me. I keep taking things personally away from me. Lackluster performance or unconsciousness and unpresence in the moment is sure ways to live in unhappiness. So being present, appreciating life no matter what the result is, no matter what the circumstances, just having the appreciation and the gratitude is the way that I choose to accept reality, accept whatever happens. And so here we are. We're bringing this channel back with a different, more direct energy. We're talking real talk. We're talking real growth, fitness, philosophy, and whatever else I'm into, whatever else you're into. If that sounds good to you, stick around. And yeah, take care. I will see you on the next round.